Okay, here's Jenna. Okay, welcome everyone to the Pound Ridge Library Board of Trustees meeting, September 19th, 2024. First of all, it's my last meeting, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your contributions. It's also Jennifer Savage's last meeting. I want to thank Jennifer as well. Mary Ellen, unfortunately, could not be here. It's also her last meeting. And Jenna Weiss reran, and we're thrilled to have her back on the board. So thank you, Jenna. So I want to thank everyone, including our staff, including Alan, Jennifer, and the rest of our staff. It's been a great almost 7 years for me, and we've accomplished a lot. And thank you again for everything. Now, I'm not going to weigh in, but we have to discuss our next board meeting and what time you guys want to meet. We've been trying to keep it to the third Tuesdays of every month, but we always need a quorum. So anyone who's going to be here next month, tell me what your preferable date is. The third would be the 15th. That's Valerie said the last 2 weeks for her was good in October. So I'm assuming that the third week, which is the 15th, won't be good for her. Yes, but we should set a tentative date and see if 22. Yeah. And is the 22nd good for you? And is the 22nd good for you? Jenna, 22nd? John, good. Mike, good. Okay. So that's 4 people right there. So we'll check with the new trustees and when Valerie comes. '30th. Anne, are you going to be here? What do you land in the morning, at night? You'll be exhausted. John won't be here. So what do you guys want to do? Okay, 22nd. And when Valerie comes, you'll have a quorum if she can make it. Okay, great. So that's the other question. What time works best for everyone who's staying on the board? Okay, let's stick with 7:15. Okay, so we have it set October 22nd, 7:15. Okay, when I call your name, Jennifer Savage, Jenna Weiss, Ann Benefico, Mike Clark, here. John Cristiano,
Present.
present, and Bonnie Schwartz, present. Okay, we have a quorum count. Approval of the minutes of August 22nd, 2024. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 22nd meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, buildings and grounds.
Good evening. The buildings and grounds are fine. It's that time of the year where I will be closely in touch with Tony Lupino regarding who's the landscaper. The leaves are going to start to fall, I believe. So
They're falling, no rain, they're falling.
So there'll be a lot of work to be done, gutters, etc. I've already talked to Tony about it. He's got a plan. Irrigation has to be shut off.
Don't shut it off just yet because we've had no rain.
Has to be. That's in the future. Yes. We're talking October now, not September. So that'll get done. Other than that, everything is in good shape. Everything's fine. All's well.
The only thing Jennifer and I were talking is that, we're losing a lot of trees in the woods. There's a lot of vines. So Tony Lupino needs to cut the vines because some of those trees are getting choked out. And there's so many vines growing on those trees. Yeah,
Okay.
the vines on the trees, guys. I
When
mean,
you say in the woods, you mean?
like our property. And
Okay.
like if you drive down the driveway, you see vines on those trees, and those trees are just going to die and fall on that driveway.
Okay.
You
You're
know,
talking
it's
about the
choking
driveway.
out. The vines are choking out the trees. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just general maintenance.
I had a quick question, and I'm just to know. It looks like from the parking lot, we had this great striping, but there's areas that are blocked off, but they don't have stripes in them. Are they finished? Oh, because there's like a big triangle and it's empty, and then there's, I would have thought that they would fill in those spots. Yeah, with cross hatching. As long as I'm nitpicking. When you come around and you get to that one way, I would have loved an arrow, another big arrow right there.
Where do you want to see the arrow? When,
I would love to invite them back because, as you're just pulling into the driveway, we've got nice no parking signs on. Let's do that all the way around where the bollards currently are now, because those have to come down when it starts, snow weather, whatever. So, let's head back. We'll do the cross hatching. I would love to do that.
Yeah, the corner thing, as soon as you go up and there's the second row of parking lot, that should be cross hatched. And I would love that, an arrow, just,
In front of the Book drop area.
when they come out so that people know, they see the one-way sign, but now there's a separate arrow.
Great.
I don't think you need board approval for estimates because
Got it.
this was only it was $1,400, less than 1,500. So Mike's on the driveway committee, am I right? And Jennifer, so you guys can work on it and decide what you want. I worked with the guy with Jennifer. We missed those things.
this is Lawrence Construction, right?
Yes. They were very good, the people at Stripes, husband and wife team, and they were very amicable to everything. We had no problems, right, Jennifer? They were good. And they worked around, the parking with people and patrons.
Stripes look good on the steps going up.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
the
they
stripes on
look
the
really
steps.
good.
Painstakingly, it was to do it on the right day.
Looks
Oh,
really,
no.
you can't miss them. They look good.
No, they look good. The only other thing, talking about maintenance, but it really shouldn't be done this year, is the steps, and I've pointed them out to Jennifer. There are steps that are broken and they just need to be repaired, replaced, because I wear heels, ladies wear heels, strollers. They need to be evened out and the broken ones need to be fixed, replaced in the spring, not now because they're going to crack in the winter. But yeah, especially with strollers, you want it even. And seniors. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, Ken. Okay, Mike Clark, Treasurer's Report.
I forgot to bring my printouts, but, did you get a chance to put them in the? So, numbers are, every month. I don't put comparisons. If you want to, I can make a month by month comparison, but everything is going in the right direction by a couple of $1,000s. The checking says 43,000, but, earlier in the day, I transferred, the $32,000 from our savings to our checking, in anticipation of the warrants from today. There was a question, the only thing that came up, during the month was about that CD because Chase had to backdate it to July. So Mike Lewis handled that very well.
Just going on the treasurer's report, everyone knows that I'm on the Chase account and the Keepback account. So when you guys, the next board meeting, just tell me who it is and I'm available during the day and stuff to get my signatures off of these accounts and the new people onto the accounts. So if someone, Mike could be if he wants to notify me when and where to meet. Okay. Just wanted to make that known. Okay, approval of the warrants.
Bonnie, just a question. Can anybody be on the signature? Or is it the president or who?
I'm not sure of the answer to that, but I'm fairly sure that it has to be an officer.
Yeah, I believe it has to be an officer. And again, I don't know who's going to be officers next month, so just, you know, if you guys want to send me a quick note after your meeting or something, I'm willing to meet whoever. And it's two banks, so we have to do Key and Chase. And I remember Chase, I think we have to come in here, right? And sign by Zoom or something. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Okay, the warrants, guys. Has everyone gone through the warrants? I did.
I had a question.
We might need to transfer more money.
Who's Kinsley? I forget the warrant from Kinsley. What company is that?
Generator.
Oh, okay.
So our generator has an annual maintenance. And that's our annual maintenance. We get it done before the winter. We tend to lose our electric more in the winter. Jennifer and I had worked out a schedule with the septic company, Powell. You'll see an invoice there. That needs to be done like every 2 to 3 years. So, you know, septics pump out. So that was a bill that's not going to be reoccurring.
This is a blend into talking about technology, but you'll see later on that the part of the right-click proposal includes a laptop for the bookkeeper. So how does this relate to, we bought a laptop for the bookkeeper already?
So if you recall from our Zoom meeting with them, it's not final numbers because we don't know if WLS is going to play nicely with the labor number, but we will back out the desk or the laptop for Heidi. We're going to change laptop for Alan back to a desktop. So there's still a little fine tweaking that has to
Okay,
go on.
I would check with them to make sure, because all of their computer equipment is Lenovo, so we want to make sure that HP they'll continue to service.
Absolutely. One look up when my computer was purchased, I think it might be around the 3 to 4 year mark. So we might be adding mine in. So again, the numbers are round.
Any other questions on the warrants? No? So this is the amended warrants, right? Okay. So do I have a motion for $42,414.76? How come I have
Is it this-
42,414.76?
Yeah.
Oops. So I have 42,414.76.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the warrants in the amount of $42,414.76.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I, as treasurer, I'll move an additional 10,000 to cover the additional addendum. We have
plus-
more than enough in there, but this
Yeah.
will be
And how about payroll too?
good. We have, with the amount that I transferred already, there's 75,000, so we're more than covered.
Okay, great. Thank you. Committee updates, finance, John? So I just said to,
No update.
I said before, I didn't make it public. Usually after September 30th is a tax bill, and we usually get $100,000 from the town. In the fall, usually in October. We just need to follow through. It should hit before our next meeting. We collect $774,000 from the town, $100,000 in the fall, and in May, we collect the rest of the $664,000. Okay, thank you, John. Technology, Mike.
Jennifer, do you want to put up something? Really, last month we went over Jennifer's data on the various tech companies that would, yes, that we were technically we were thinking of outsourcing. Jennifer has done most of the legwork, so we had a Zoom meeting that included John and I with Right Click Solutions, which is Jennifer's preferred provider. And it was mostly just to ask some clarification of questions that we had, which they were very readily answered, and then talking with them about next steps. Jennifer, do you want to talk about, because it sounds like there's been some additional information. I'll talk briefly to one of the problems, which is that if we switch providers, WLS has said, I don't want to use the word threatened, but that they will come in at the end of December and reset all of our technology to default, which it would be just days and days of reprogramming all of our technology. So it was left after the Zoom meeting that we were going to be checking on that issue.
Yeah, there's no movement on that because we didn't make a decision yet. That'll be after, obviously. Yep, other than minor tweaking, we were very happy with the presentation that Right Click Solutions gave to us. We've had actually a few pretty big tech problems in the last week or two. We've been on with WLS a lot. So I'm looking forward to the transition. I really have nothing more to add. I think it was a very thorough information dump that I gave you guys in the folder. So are there any questions or
Yeah.
concerns?
So one question I have is, I know that you had shared that a bunch of libraries have left WLS.
Correct.
Have we discussed with them the statement that WLS made and whether that proved true within their organizations or not?
I did get reviews from all of the 10 libraries who have left WLS. They all gave me the reviews of who they're working with now and whether they're satisfied with them. I'm not sure what statement you're referring to from WLS.
That they were going to
Default, set
default
everything
all of
to
our
To bring us back
computer.
to
Yeah.
factory settings with everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that Right Click is hoping that they can work with the IT department to allow them not to do that. The numbers that we've got right now, the Right Click Solutions proposal includes a $6,600 labor cost, and assuming the worst case scenario that they have to work from factory settings going forward.
Right. I was just
so-
wondering if we knew if they actually did that to any of the other libraries.
I do not have that information. I would assume they did though.
I was on the call at Right Click. I thought it went really well. Honestly, even if it happens, I mean, I don't know why WLS would do that, but even if it did, it's factored in. So I say we probably just go for it.
Any other comments?
The other discussion that we had, which was when this technology transfer would occur. I was under the impression that it was the beginning of the new year, but Jennifer informed me that really at any time where we can accept hopefully minimal library downtime, it can be done. So it could be done earlier than end of year.
We're paid up through the end of the year.
That's
So
what I was going to ask.
we
When
can-
does our contract expire with
we can pull the
WLS?
Trigger as soon as we want to, but we're paid up through the end of the year.
So we have to, if we're going to switch, it has to be completed by the end of the year, or we have to sign a new contract with WLS.
Well, the contract signing is October 1st.
Okay.
So that's why we're deciding tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have the whole month of October, November, and December. And this is going to take a couple of dates. So I'm asking them to do it on a Sunday and Monday, so there's no downtime.
Any other questions? Comments?
I mean, historically, is the library kind of quiet around Christmas time? So wouldn't that be a good time to?
No, we're really busy.
Oh, we
Yeah,
are,
actually,
okay.
All year long is been busy. It's the new normal is crazy busy around
Okay.
here. It's a
All right.
wonderful.
Because kids are off from school, so the programs. Yeah. Mike, you want to make a motion?
So I move that we accept with adjustments that will be seen later, the proposal from Right Click Solutions for library technology for starting in the year 2025.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No? Great. Thank you very much, everyone.
Absolutely. Do you want to approve the one-time equipment and onboarding cost at this meeting or wait till we're closer to the wait? Thank you all.
Thank you. Valerie?
I think the only thing on governance, I'm working on the bylaws. Obviously, if anyone has any suggestions that they want me to incorporate before next meeting to share a draft, I'm happy to get that in advance. If you'd rather wait till I produce a draft and then give comments, that's fine too. But I am working on updating the bylaws as all the other policies are in pretty good shape. And nothing for legal. I think, right?
Sure. Thank you, Val. Okay, so I mentioned before, we have Neil here from the recorder. Thank you very much for coming. We hope you get good articles in that record, in the recorder for us. You were very good, the record review, so we like to continue our relationship. Jenna?
Building on that, thrilled to have a presence in the next few issues. It kicked off with the debut issue. An ad on page 14 showcasing the MoMA offering. And yeah, kudos to Jennifer for putting together great creative. And we're just really happy to be a part of your big launch in the community and look forward to the continued partnership ahead. Jennifer, do you have any builds to that?
The power of advertising works. The moment pass went out today. So the word's getting around.
Fabulous. Yeah. And I will just add that as we get closer to the children's room refurbishment, I think there's an opportunity to do some additional press outreach there.
I think we already had, because I think in the picture of the first official recorder, there was the editor and Jennifer. So the library is linked to the recorder.
So great. Of course. Yes. Love the recorder.
Thank you, Jenna. Program, Selena's not here, but anyone on their committee want to share? No? I do know that Alan's done a great job with the children's music program, being outside and musical munchkins. I know it was a tough summer because we hit the thresh mark. So all these companies or people that we hire, they have a minimum in terms of temperature, and they also have a maximum. And unfortunately, the summer was brutally hot. And so we couldn't be outside. I know I had people complain a little bit, but no, we do sign contracts and we do have to go with the vendors. So we've had a great September. Alan and I were talking about it before, and Friday we're having it outside again. We've had no rain. Positive, negatives. If you're a gardener like me, it's been a negative, but positive is that we've been able to keep our programs outside, and it looks like gorgeous weather continues. So that's been great for us. And, no parking issues, which is great. And you get really good turnouts at the town, which is great. Thank you. Human Resources, Ann?
No update this month.
John, Long Range Planning?
No update.
Jennifer, this is really exciting. The Children's Room refresh. You've got the most exciting committee.
I do, however, I didn't get to see the chair fabric. 'Cause I
Oh, God,
wasn't
no.
Here. So Jennifer, do you
I'm
want-
not weighing in. I'm not weighing
Okay, so there's been some developments. I updated Anne on that earlier in the week, and Bonnie knows as well. Last weekend, because I'm an over preparer, I started moving all the furniture around in anticipation of what the building of the desks is going to look like around the pillars. And I've determined that because the permanent tall shelving that's in there now, it has to go before we can do the construction. Typically, when you do a makeover or refurbishment, it's demo and then construction and then paint and then carpet and then furniture. We're gonna have to do it completely opposite of that. I've reached out to the builder and the painter. I've heard back from them. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I think the later the season gets, the more they appreciate the indoor work. It shouldn't be a problem. It's just, I just needed to rejigger that. So, yeah, all is well. We're anticipating the delivery of the shelving on November 1st. At that point, we can sort of work our way backwards down that list. The culling of the books is going well, making sure everything that is in the collection is good enough to keep so we don't have to pack it, store it, unpack it, and put it back up on the shelving and everything. I've spoken with the foundation. They want to do an event refurbishment, because they're going to do it sort of as a fundraiser. They're trying to raise some money to pay for like the tree canopy things. So I told them the new start date is going to be November 1st. The new end date is going to be December 1st. So if they want to do a pre-event before November 1st, if they want to do an after December 1st. So they're going to, they've retained Kurt Gallagher for children's entertainment. They'll do that here and then move into the children's room with face painting and that kind of stuff. So
Do
that's
they have a date for that? You said, so it'll be,
I think it's
pre-
November 5th. It's a Sunday.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That sounds cute. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, that's exciting. We're getting started with the children's. That's very exciting. Okay, parking lot. Valerie?
I'm just waiting for the updated traffic report based on our conversation. He apologized for the delay, but said a bunch of people were off this summer and they just couldn't get to it. So I will harass him a little bit now that summer's over. But we're waiting for that. And then I think we'll have to have a discussion here about what do we do with that next.
Just to get you up to date, we talked about the striping. Everyone likes it. They want to add a little more, a narrow and some more striping with the rectangles. They want to add, what's that called? Crossing, right? Crossing, yes. Okay. Director's report.
And November 3rd is the Sunday.
No director's report? Okay, great. Yeah, well, you said it, the IT and then, yeah. Any new business from anyone? Nothing? Any public remark? I'm sorry, yes?
Jennifer, the passports, right? How many are people getting new passports or kids and that versus renewal? Would you say, if you had a guess? Okay. So they announced the digital renewal now, right, for passports? I don't know if that's going to affect anything, but I guess we'll see. Okay, thanks.
It's 70-30, renewal is 70-30.
No, 70 is
No-
new.
Oh, wow. Okay. And I think
That's fine.
I think the town had the mobile passport this past week. I think, okay.
Yes, they did. They go to town. The county does, yeah. Any other new business? Neil, would you like to say anything about the recorder? Yes. So you'll be,
Terrific.
you are officially our, okay, great. Thank you.
Just a quick thought back to the passport offering. I'm not familiar with the digital news, but people might see it as a convenience coming and having the ability to just get the picture done without all of the hustle of going elsewhere. So we could position it to the community as like, oh, but we do the pictures right on site. Thought.
Very true. That's a good thought. Any other new business? Oh my goodness, we have no, what, I'm sorry. Yes. Here. For all you've done. Thank you. God, I'll have so much free time. I won't do them. You can like volunteer. Oh my God. Oh my God, these are gorgeous. Oh my God, these are gorgeous. This is beautiful.
hold it so we see where the, hold it that, yeah, that way, that we see that, yeah. I'll crop it. I'm just.
Bonnie Short, Town's Library Board of Trustees, 2018 to 2024. Oh my God, these are beautiful, guys. I don't want to break them. Oh my God. President 2022 to 2024. This is so nice. This is such a nice gift. Anyone who knows me knows I read, and I actually have a library in my house. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, everyone. This is so nice. Thank you. Wow, that was very nice. Oh, Alan, thank you. Thank you, Alan, for everything. Wait, I'll take off my glasses. Thank you, Alan. I've known Alan for since he's come here, actually. My kids used to come with him. Thank you, everyone, for everything. I really appreciate it, and it's been a great run. And the best of luck to all of you. You guys are all going to do great in your next endeavors, Jennifer, and everyone else on the library board. This library will continue. So thank you, everyone. I think that's it. Yay.